Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Money League. We're going to talk about all the injury news, and it's the final weekend of EPL. Harjas, how are you doing? You're from you had like a 2 week Europe trip. Did you meet any EPL soccer players out there?
I wish. I wish. Although I'm sure there was a few Chelsea guys getting ready to travel to where I was, getting ready for their vacations because they probably
Yeah,
want the season to be over ASAP.
I bet. Harjas, let's just jump into the injuries to start with. So, what are the main ones we're looking at? I know what EPL has 7 European spots right now, five
Yeah.
Champions League, and yada yada yada. So let's touch upon like the major injuries, so people can have a little bit of peace of mind going into this weekend.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's just kind of dive into it a little bit here. I mean, first, we can start with Arsenal because they've got some recent updates, even though they're pretty
Yep.
much locked into second now.
Uh-huh.
So, Martinelli, he's got something, ankle foot related that's going to be long term. So, I don't think we're going to see him again this season. Same thing with Zinchenko. He
Yep.
has a calf issue. He's going to be out for arguably the rest of the season, but at least for a little bit. And then, Tomiyasu is going to be out for the whole year, so there's nothing with that. So that's pretty much the Arsenal update. Brighton's a big one. Obviously, they've secured a spot in
Mm-hmm.
European competition, and they're trying to cement a potential Europa League spot.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like Solomon March is unlikely to play in any of their remaining games.
Yeah.
The
They have
other
a tough game too. They play City tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, like City's probably looking to go into the Champions League final on a high, right? Like I don't think they're
Yep.
necessarily writing this game off. So they'll probably take it pretty seriously, even though they've clinched the title.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Webster's another guy who they said can't play a full 90. But it sounds like it's sort of like a muscular thing, but they say he's going to be at least available off the bench. And then it sounds like for Robert Sanchez,
Yep.
um, it's sort of like a personal thing potentially. And so he didn't play before the Arsenal game, and it looks like we might not see him again.
Hmm.
So
Bummer.
sorry.
Dude, that's a bummer because Brighton technically can qualify for the Champions League as well. They have,
I did. Oh, they can. No, can they?
yeah, I think so.
Wait,
But
it's top four. No, isn't fifth?
yeah,
You
so yeah, you're right. You're right.
right. It's just Liverpool, right? That they're chasing
Yeah,
potentially,
chasing. Yeah, they're chasing Liverpool.
right?
Yep. But I thought if Man United win the FA Cup, Liverpool, then we get 5 Champions League spots.
Oh, right,
So and
right.
that,
So then
yeah,
Brighton could technically be fifth
yeah,
in Champions League
yeah.
spot.
So, but for Brighton to finish fifth, they have to win both their games, and Liverpool has to lose a game.
Yeah, Liverpool has to lose their last game.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
is
I
not going to
mean,
happen
yeah,
because
unlikely, but
yeah, Liverpool play what Southampton. Let's be
who's
clear.
already relegated, I believe.
Yeah, they're already relegated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is tough.
yeah, yeah. Well, Brighton had a good season, dude. I love
Great
their
season.
great season. Yeah. Let's. What are the other injuries we're looking at?
Okay, again, we'll be quick hitters on these because there
Yep.
isn't too much. The biggest one for Liverpool is maybe Darwin Nunez. He's got something going on
Yep.
with ankle or foot as well. Actually, no, sorry, I should get that correct. He's actually got tendonitis of the toe. Maybe even a turf toe injury. Like I think over on this side of the Atlantic, we call it turf toe. They're calling it inflammation of the tendon of the toe. So I don't know if it could be something separate or it could just be
Okay.
on the turf toe. So he didn't play in their last match. It's unclear if he's going to be fit for the remaining match, but it sounds like it's unlikely. So
Yeah.
even though Liverpool's playing Southampton, they might be a little bit shorthanded.
Hmm.
Quickly, just wanted to touch that Man City's actually really healthy. Nathan Aki might even be ready. Either for
That,
United or for Inter. Depends. It's like it
yeah.
sounds like his season's not over, but
Yeah.
he may not be ready for their last EPL game per se.
Yeah.
And then in terms of Man U, no real updates. Like they're pretty banged
Yeah.
up.
Hmm.
I think Marcus Rashford had an illness, but I think he's going to be over that.
Yeah.
So that's
I
pretty
think
much that.
right after the World Cup, he had a hot run, and then he had like an illness or something, and since then he's kind of in a slump. In the last 8 to 10 games, he's not in
Mhm.
his best form. Again, everyone, Harjus, I know you predicted Arsenal to win, but a lot of
Yeah.
folks in the media are saying like Arsenal's choked. I don't think Arsenal choked. I think they were gassed out. They didn't have what it takes to finish, and Man City's bench is like worth like $500 million. Plus, they were healthy. they were healthy. Like only like a handful of players were injured, and again, what Nathan Ake was injured, but again, they just like that position is filled. Like, so what if he's injured? Like, people are just like filled up. So I saw a graphic on Twitter with like I think it was like 634 million was their bench strength. Like, it is so tough for any other team to compete with it, and then you're looking at like a weekly salary and things like that. I think, yeah, Man City is like our boy Nunzi says, mighty Man City.
Mm. Well, and I think that their 11 when comparing with a lot of European 11s, on paper can be pretty equivalent, but it's like their bench that makes a big difference for
Mm-hmm.
them. Plus, honestly, I think the fact that they had won before made a bit of a difference because you're looking at an
100%.
Arsenal team that hadn't even really played very many meaningful games. Like the FA Cup was their only meaningful games for the last few
Yeah.
years. And so I think the situation got a bit big for them. This is also a manager, right, who's first time in this type of a situation. So I think
Yep.
this is what you have to call like a good learning lesson. Like,
Mm-hmm.
to draw analogies to like other teams from other sports, like this is like the Sacramento Kings. They lost to the Warriors, like championship pedigree team, but still a good season. If
Yep.
you want to go cross over to the NFL, the Eagles lost in Super Bowl, but like huge steps, a lot of young guys, first time being on that stage for
But
the first
but again,
time.
but again,
That sort
Harjus,
of thing for Arsenal.
yeah, that's true. But again, just like finishing a season high doesn't guarantee next season is going to be great. In no
It
means that.
doesn't, but it's like if you have the same core group for the next like 3 years, if they're in this battle, they should be better prepared when they go into it.
True, but
That's
again,
my
then
argument.
then you take the Boston Celtics. The core has been together for the last 4 years, and they've 3-0 down. Again, that's basketball talk, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just, all I'm saying, it's not guaranteed just because like they have a good momentum and like good potential. I think they need to sign more players. Arsenal needs some veteran presence out there, in which they lack right now. I know Martin Odegaard like was in Real Madrid and things like that, but
Mm.
he's still young.
Mm.
He's 24,
Wasn't really
25.
wasn't really playing much at Madrid.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I did see a news where Gundogan is rumored.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a good fit for
good fit for
Arsenal.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Again, looks like we have a amazing weekend, Harjus. I know, like tomorrow, like City plays Brighton. City's probably going to win that. Man United Chelsea on Thursday. That's not a bad game.
Yeah.
Especially United, like literally limping towards the finish line out here. Like every game has been like 1-0, 1-1. Like it's
They barely held on to that fourth spot.
I know, I know. Oh my God. So Chelsea game is gonna be important. But this weekend, we're looking at like a top four battle. So Liverpool can finish top four, Newcastle can finish top four, United, of course, and Brighton can finish fifth, like we mentioned earlier. And on top of that, relegation battle. Like
Yeah.
this is super interesting. So Everton, Leicester City, and Leeds United are like what 2 points, 2 point
Mhm.
difference, and anyone can get relegated. And if you look at like the schedule, Everton plays Bournemouth, Leeds United play Tottenham, and Leicester plays West Ham. So again, anything can happen. Like I think it's gonna be an exciting, exciting weekend.
I like Bournemouth, although they haven't had a great season. I
But
do
they
like the story. I think Everton like grabs a point and then that's like an enough. I can't remember their goal differential with Leicester. Maybe they don't have as good of a goal differential, but I don't know. I have a feeling that it's gonna finish exactly the way it is. Leeds and Leicester
I
unfortunately
don't
out, which is sad, right? For two different reasons for those clubs. Leeds being a big club that finally made it back just to stay for a short period and go back down. And then for Leicester, obviously champions not that long ago, in the top half of the table a couple times recently too. And now sort of an end of an era. I know they lost a lot of guys right after they won the league. Conte, Mahrez left
yeah.
right away, but Vardy and those guys, Drinkwater, etc. Well, no, Drinkwater went to Chelsea too. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, the Schmeichel, right? Like a few guys
Yep.
at the end of their era, they might transfer out.
Yeah,
Um,
probably. But again, like I feel like Everton can beat Bournemouth because Bournemouth was pretty much in the relegation battle, and then they had like a 4 to 5 week of like
yeah,
spurt, and
yeah.
then they got like 15, 20 points right there. So I yeah, I think Leicester and Leeds, I think they have like the tough battle out here.
No, I think unfortunately, I think Everton will hang on, but Leicester and Leeds will
Yeah.
will drop out.
Yeah,
And
I'm kind of bummed for Leeds because first they fired the US soccer guy, and then they signed like a couple of US players, and that didn't pan out.
in
And
January, yeah,
yeah, what's his name? Like he's going back to Juventus. That's why I saw the news. Oh my God, what's his name? The midfielder.
McKenny.
McKennie. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going back to Juventus. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun battle, dude. It's gonna be a fun battle. I think I might watch all the games. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I wish I was back in Europe where the game times were better versus West
Oh,
Coast.
I know, right? Oh, that's like
Although,
that.
although the nice thing is about the last match day, I think they're all at the same time, so there's no like
Yep,
4 a.m. game.
yep. It's starting at what? It's probably 8:30 for
Eight
you.
my time or something. Yeah, 8 or 9.
Yep,
There you go.
8:30 your time, 10:30 my time. Yeah, I think it's gonna be exciting. Well, pretty awesome weekend coming. Any other transfer news? Since I mentioned a little bit of transfer news, starting next week we'll start talking about, of course, a little bit of transfer market here and there. But I have to make this disclaimer: every player in the world is gonna be connected to Man United. Every player, A to Z.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
sign everybody. So
Well,
let's see what
Neymar's the
happens.
one, right? Neymar's
Yeah,
not
well,
the one.
okay, everyone's excited about that, but dude's never finished the season in the last 5 years. He's always injured.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's been
come
on teams
on.
that have been successful. So
Yeah,
he's not the savior, but he can be a big piece.
yeah, he was a big piece with Barcelona because Messi was taking like the full brunt. Like
And
United,
Suarez. And
yeah,
Suarez. Let's not forget
and
about
Suarez, and United doesn't have Suarez or Messi unless they sign Messi and Neymar together.
it. Yeah. I think he could work. I don't know. I think he could work. Like as a winger, he could work. I don't know how like, some squad rotation with Rashford and
I think that if we end up signing him, we are pretty much like a Brazilian team out here.
Casemiro in there. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then we'll have Anthony, and like everyone's like it'll be
Fred, Anthony.
Fred. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Casemiro. I'm probably
yeah,
missing somebody else.
yeah. Well, fun. Thanks a lot, Harjus. Again, let's start tackling transfer news next week. People will keep you updated on everything, pretty much all the main transfers, and of course, they're going to come to the handful of teams are going to come to the U.S. and North America to play a lot of games. So maybe touch upon here and there, and a lot of off-season surgeries and things like that. So Harjus, you need to bring your A game, buddy.
And the Gold Cup. We got a Gold Cup this summer.
Gold Cup and the Women's Soccer World Cup in July. In
Soccer
me and
doesn't stop. It never
soccer
stops,
doesn't
honestly.
stop.